Hey, hi guys. We're gonna do a little bit of a writing lesson on commas because that's a big thing that is very helpful for you guys when it comes to writing things. And we're gonna talk about how to use them properly. We're gonna talk about four different ways. Four ways. Sorry, it's so blurry. My computer at home. But I'm gonna present my screen so that you guys can see the PowerPoint we're gonna do. So you should be able to see the screen now. Perfect. So, 4 ways to use a comma. The first one is FANBOYS. You might have heard of them. They usually split up 2 sentences. So FANBOYS. F stands for for, A stands for and, N stands for nor, B stands for but, O stands for or, Y stands for yet, and S stands for so. So the FANBOYS, you always insert a comma in between the 2 independent clauses, which are sentences. So a compound sentence that are joined together with a fanboy. So there's 2 sentences, and in between you use for, and, nor, but, or, yet, or so. So use one of those fanboys, the conjunctions, and in between 2 sentences. So our example here says, the seniors planned a parade for homecoming, but the rain prevented it from taking place. So that split up 2 sentences. So right, there's the seniors planned a parade for homecoming. That could stand all by itself. Then you have the word but in between. Then it says the rain prevented it from taking place. If you looked at the rain prevented it from taking place, it stands all on its own. So the word but right here splits those 2 sentences, and you always have a comma before the fanboy. Okay, that's the big thing. Before the fanboy. Okay, the next one is when you're introducing stuff. So introductory things to a sentence. You're always going to use a comma after a long introduction at the start of a sentence. So our example here says, after long hours of hard work, comma, the students felt disappointed and frustrated. So this introductory stuff isn't a complete sentence. You don't just go around saying, after long hours of hard work, and then just leave it. You got to put something after it. So in order to have more, you need to make sure that you have a comma right there in between. And then right here, this part, the students felt disappointed and frustrated. That is a complete sentence. So you start off with a fragment sentence after long hours of hard work. Then you put your comma to give it the introduction part. And then you write the rest of your sentence. The students felt disappointed and frustrated. Okay? Next one is when you have some unnecessary stuff, things that you don't need to say in your sentence, but it adds some kind of context to what you're talking about. Okay? So it kind of just separates things. Our example here is Jerry, comma, the class president, comma. Do I have to say that Jerry is the class president? No. But it's helpful for the rest of the sentence to know that he's the class president because then he's going to go ask the principal if the parade could be rescheduled. So stating that he's the class president gives us some extra information, but it's not necessary. So that's why we have the 2 commas here. It goes around the unnecessary stuff so that you just give a little bit more description. So this part, the class president, can be taken out. You don't need it, but it's there because it gives a little bit more detail. So you put your commas around the extra details. Okay, finally, in a series, which means a list of things. After each item in the series, you put a comma. So our example here is Jerry promised the principal good weather, comma, full student participation, comma, and sponsor supervision for the parade. So there's 3 things listed here, and you have to put a comma in between each thing that's listed. So if I said I went to the store to get apples, comma, bananas, comma, and grapes. Okay, I listed 3 things and I put commas in between each one. So that's the important part. I think that's all we're going to go over there. So there's some information on commas. I am going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, starting tomorrow, well, not sorry, tomorrow you're going to have what's it called? Like a worksheet. I'll probably make a Google form for you to show me where to put some commas and stuff. So you'll be adding commas into things and putting them in the correct spots. So make sure you refer back to this video to help you out with that. Okay? So that's all for that one.